Hey, what is up, Nerd Squad? We we are doing our first ever live stream. So, yeah, it's kind of fun. I'm going to be following the live chat on my phone. There's my phone right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll be following the live chat on my phone, so be able to pay attention to things you guys are saying. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on over to the page where I do my record predictions. I've currently got the Chiefs pulled up. We'll go ahead and close that one on out. Um, I guess while we're just waiting for people to flood on in, I wanted to go ahead and actually discuss. So if you haven't heard already, news came out from Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport, and just the NFL in general, that the preseason will be cut in half. Um, Only weeks 2 and 3 will be played. So the first NFL preseason game will actually take place on August 20th, I believe it is. Go ahead and check the date there. Um, I've actually got to double check the date for that. I believe it's August 20th. Let's go ahead and fact check that real quick. Um, Sorry, it doesn't want to give me the right information real real quick. um, so I guess go to week 2. Okay, yeah, starts Thursday, August 20th. Um, so yeah, guys, I'm excited for that. I'm kind of bummed that they actually cut the preseason in half. I was actually really looking forward to preseason this year. So, I'm a really big Panthers fan, as most of you guys probably know by now. Um, I was really looking forward to see how PJ Walker does along with all of our rookies that we drafted. I, I was I'm just really excited to see a lot of these rookies play. I know preseason doesn't really mean a lot, but you see, where a lot of these guys have a chip on their shoulder, being kind of an underdog. So, I think the preseason's fun to watch. I'm kind of just obsessed with football in general. I watch college football, um I watch NFL obviously, and honestly, I sometimes go back to the town I grew up and watch a lot of their high school football games. Um, I've even wanted to get into football coaching. So, yeah, I think football's definitely in my blood. I've always loved watching and playing football. So, so yeah, guys, just bring whatever football topics you want in the comment section. Got a comment from 8 Badge Brothers, says, too bad there's only going to be half a preseason at most. Yeah, I just barely brought that up, saying the preseason will be cut in half. First game will start on August 20th. Um, so yeah, I'm still excited to see how it unfolds. Still excited to watch whatever preseason games there are, but yes, sadly, it's probably going to be pretty short. Um, I'm really hoping that the virus doesn't cancel even more than that. Um, I really don't want the virus to cancel the whole season because, I mean, football is everything to me right now. So, anyways, looks like we've only got a few people in. Make sure to, bring up some stuff to talk about in the comments section below. definitely here to talk football with you guys, not just, by myself. So, go back and check this other page real quick. Okay. Still only got 3 people in here, so yeah, guys, if you can actually share the live stream link, um yeah, we should see if we get more people out here. um you think Antonio Brown will play at all in 2020? Um Honestly, yes. I really do. There was actually a video I saw only a couple minutes before going live. He was actually working out on Russell Wilson's field that he has at his house. There's been some real rumors that the Seahawks really want to sign him, and I think it's honestly between them, the Ravens, um, the Bucks are another possibility I've heard, and kind of a shocking one, which I don't think will happen, but I've also heard the Texans are super interested in him. So yeah, I do think he'll play in 2020. I don't know if he'll get signed before the season starts, but I do think he will play. Um, I think he's honestly making some good steps. I think he's realized a lot of the mistakes he's made, and doing a lot better. I think spending time with Deion Sanders has really helped put him on the right track, and I think he's on his way to get back into football. Um, Coming again, hopefully not the Ravens. Man, it's possible. It really is. I hear both Lamar Jackson and Antonio Brown want to play with each other. Not that came out bad. That came out wrong. Play on the same team as each other. Gosh, that did not come out right. um yeah, I I don't know. I think the Seahawks are more likely, but man, I don't know. I think overall I think he has a really good shot at playing and getting signed. I just don't know by who or necessarily when. But I bet they do want to play with each other. That's not what I meant. Oh my gosh, that some of my wording is just not good sometimes. Um yeah, we don't have like anybody coming out and watching. So, yeah, hopefully we can get some more people piling in. Looks like we've only got 3 people watching, which one of those is on my phone to check the live chat, and I think the other one's actually just me as well. So, how do you feel about Cam Newton going to New England? I am actually kind of a fan of it. Um, I think Cam definitely deserves, you know, another chance, a starting job. I think New England's a good fit for him. Um, you know, I've never been a huge fan of New England, but I think Cam is going to be a really good fit there, and honestly, I could find myself possibly rooting for them for a few games this year. Um, you know, I was saying even back when he was still with the Panthers, I think the comeback player of the year will be either Cam Newton or Ben Roethlisberger. I think those are the two highest candidates right now. Um, I think Cam Newton just has a real chip on his shoulder right now. Being cut from the Panthers, he he just really wants to prove you know to the rest of the league how good he still is. So yeah, I think it'll be a good fit. I'd rather see him go there than go to a really competitive NFC team and you know make the NFC even tougher. So um, let's see. I don't think there was really a whole lot else or a whole lot other football news that really came out recently. So yeah, I guess we'll kind of just wait for questions as they come. Um, all right, looks like we got another person coming in. Um, yeah, just feel free to comment anything about football in the comment section below. Let's start a discussion, guys. We were just talking about Cam Newton to the Patriots and the preseason actually being cut in half. Um, only weeks 2 and 3 of the preseason are going to be played this year, so that's kind of disappointing. But yeah, these streams are definitely easier when you have some people in the comment section. Um, I guess talking more, making conversation a little bit easier. So apologize. Um, Andre Hopkins to the Cardinals. All I'm gonna say is Bill O'Brien is tearing apart that franchise. It was an extremely stupid move. Um, Big move by the Cardinals though. I I do like that he went to the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are a really good growing team. Um, I think they could honestly shock a lot of people this year. Kyler Murray definitely surprised me last year. He was a lot better than I predicted. Um, Cliff Kingsbury is a lot better of a coach than I predicted too. I think that offense is gonna have some sparks this year. I really like it. So yeah, gonna be. I mean, I don't know if I'd necessarily say the Cardinals are making the playoffs, but I think they'll be competitive. They're in a really tough division though, where the Rams are still a playoff contender. And then you got the Seahawks and 49ers. That's one of, if not the toughest division in football. You know, you have four teams who very realistically could be playoff teams. Plus, with the addition making there be three playoff or three wild card teams from each conference, I could actually see the Cardinals taking a spot, even if that's just the number 7 seed. So it's very possible. Cards might actually be decent this year. Yeah, they really could. I'm I'm predicting them to honestly do better than the Rams, and I don't know. I guess you can't necessarily predict right now either because we don't know if Antonio Brown is going to the Seahawks. If he doesn't, I think the Cardinals could potentially be better than the Seahawks this year too. I know it's kind of a long shot, but I feel like the Cardinals have an easier schedule, and the Seahawks just their offensive line has a lot of holes, and their defense really isn't that great either. I'm just I don't know. I think Russell Wilson's a top 3 quarterback. Pete Carroll's an incredible coach. Um, and of course DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Even Chris Carson. Still a lot of firepower. I think they're a real playoff contender and could very realistically do better than the Cardinals. I'm just saying. I think the Cardinals are a possibility there. You know, I think if they shock a lot of people, they could potentially be better than the Seahawks. If that makes sense. So, um, see what other football news has happened lately. Um, there was a an announcement earlier that they said the supplemental draft will not be happening. Um, I'm not 100% sure really what the supplemental draft is, but it kind of sounded to me like there will be a few more players out of the draft that teams can, I guess, bid on, and I guess whoever gives that highest bid, kind of gets that player. I don't I don't know necessarily if that's correct, but that was kind of the way I understood it. Supplemental draft was kind of not very popular over the last few years, so I don't think it's going to affect much. Um but yeah. How do you think the AFC North will play out? That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I think the Ravens I think the Ravens and Steelers will be really, really competitive this year. I think if Big Ben can stay healthy and the Steelers defense can pick off or pick up right where they left off last year, I think they could be you know, a real team to be reckoned with. I overall think the Ravens will pull off the division, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers do too. Especially where if you look at the past few years MVPs, they kind of declined a little bit the next year. Um I mean, look at 2018. Patrick Mahomes, yeah, he got injured, but still only had half as many touchdowns as he did the year before. Um, 2016, Matt Ryan didn't do as good in 2017 as he did in 2016. Um, Cam Newton from 2015 did not do near as good as he did in 2016. Or in 2016, he didn't do as good as he did in 2015. I think it's been a fairly common trend for, MVPs to, I guess, have kind of a down year the following year. And I know there's nothing like, I guess there's nothing obvious saying like why Lamar Jackson will decline in any way. It's just I don't know. I, I think it's just something to consider there. And who who knows that the Steelers could honestly surprise a lot of people there. Um, I think Pittsburgh will actually be dangerous this year. That defense is stellar. Ben is back. Deontay Johnson is a stud, and they just added Claypool and Ebron for the red zone. Yeah, I can agree. Deontay Johnson is very underrated. I think he's going to have a really good sophomore year. Um, Eric Ebron is a really underrated tight end as well. Just 2 years ago with Andrew Luck, he had either 13 or 14 touchdowns. Really good red zone threat. Chase Claypool, he honestly reminds me a lot of a Calvin Johnson type of guy. I almost said Calvin Ridley, but they're like nothing alike. Calvin Johnson type of guy. Um, so I could see them being really good. My main concern with that offense is the lack of run game. James Conner, I really don't think is very good. I'd put him honestly in the bottom five starting running backs in the league. Um, I think the Steelers will have to rely on the pass a lot more this season, which can put them in a lot of tough situations. The past few years, a lot of the reason why the Steelers' offense has been so good is because of, um, their ability to run the ball well as have a more star receiver in Antonio Brown. Um, I think if Juju can bounce back and have a good year too, I think that offense will do really well this year. But just kind of as of now, I think that offense is kind of iffy, and I wouldn't predict it. I wouldn't predict them to be like a top 10 offense, maybe not even top 15, but I think they'll I think if their defense can be as solid as they were last year, I think they can, win somewhere in that 10 to 12 game range. So, Connor needs to stay healthy. Now that we have a reliable fullback, it should make a huge difference. Connor's numbers with and without a fullback are a day and night difference. Yeah, that's true. I think getting Derek Watt was a good addition there. I I think it was questionable to get rid of Roosevelt Nix because overall I think he's a little bit better of a fullback than Derek Watt, but yeah, he does have health concerns, so I can definitely understand why they took Derek Watt instead. Um, so yeah, they could potentially have a better run game. That's a good point there. Um, I just don't quite think that James Conner is gonna you know have a complete breakout year, and you know I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't break 1,000 yards. If I'm being totally honest. Um, I think they need to work on developing Benny Snell a lot too. I think he has a lot of potential. Nix is good, but can never stay healthy. Watt can catch too. Yeah, yeah, I think that's a good point. But I mean, really, why do you need a fullback to catch? I mean, I think that team has enough pass catchers, pass catchers. Um, but I mean, I don't think you ever really need your fullback to catch unless you're trying to dial up some weird trick play. You know, I mean, if you look at it, they've got Juju Smith Schuster. I think he could have a bounce back year potentially. Um, Deontay Johnson, obviously, Chase Claypool, Eric Ebron. Um, Honestly, James Conner, he could, I could see him get 20 to 30, I think 20 to 30 receptions this year. Um, let's see, who else am I missing? I know Benny Snell um can be a good dual threat there too. Watt is a beast on special teams. Fullbacks can do damage on trick plays. Yeah, I think special teams, that's definitely an upside for him too. Um I know definitely a lot of teams do use a fullback, on their kickoff and sometimes even kick return too. I know at least the Panthers they use Alex Arma on kickoff. So, yeah. James Washington. Yep, he also has a lot of potential. So yeah, I don't think pass catchers are a big worry for the Steelers. It's just I'm just not sure about that run game. Yeah, Derek Watt could potentially, help that run game a lot, but I'm just not sure that I'd really, bank on it too much. But yeah, I can definitely see both arguments there. I'm not sure why we're not getting many people coming out. I even posted on my Instagram, that I'm going live at 5:30, so not sure why we're not getting many people coming in. I'll say we'll go ahead and keep streaming for another 5-10 minutes. Unless people start coming in. If no one comes in, we'll go ahead and shut it off. So, um, I do plan to do another big stream this weekend. Um, Hopefully that one can be, longer, all day type of stream, but have to kind of look at my plans there too. Um, so yeah, we'll go ahead and just give people a few more minutes, I guess. Chat rate is 0. Um, we should stream with a face cam this weekend. Um, yeah, I mean, I'd be down for that. Are you talking about on my channel too, or just on yours? Yeah, we can do some on your channel. It'll help make things go smoothly. Yeah, I think that's definitely true. I think a lot of these live streams are really difficult when you've only got, one person. Um Also, where there really hasn't been a whole lot of breaking news lately, it's also kind of hard to, find a good title and, main topic for your live stream. So, yeah, I think unless you have, a more I guess solidified audience, you know, it's it I think live streaming can be really hard. But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and end it there. Um Thank you all for, who all came out. Um I'll plan to do another one on probably Friday. I don't know the exact, date as of now, but um if you're watching this after um after it's just uploaded, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I will see you next time. Later.